Sup guys, just wanted to create a quick little video talking about the graphical settings in Black Ops 2. And first off I just want to say, if you got a bad computer that doesn't even meet the minimum requirements, you shouldn't even bother watching the video. Just throw the computer down a cliff and buy a new one. No, don't do that, but you get the point. Well, to start off, we have screen resolution, and this setting you should always try to keep at the highest, just because if you lower it, the game will look like complete crap. So always try to run it at the native resolution. Yeah, it should be the last settings that you're lowering, pretty much. So moving on, field of view. This changes how much you will see on screen, how much you will see of the game, pretty much. And you should always try to run this as high as possible. Not too high, like 150, but then it will just look strange. But you get the point, like 80, 90, 100. That's like a pretty good range. Performance-wise, it doesn't require all that much, so you should be fine with using 80. Moving on, shadows. This is one of the most demanding features in most games, and lower it or turn it off completely if you're experiencing FPS issues. So ragdoll, it's a physics setting, and it changes how your character falls to the ground when he gets killed, pretty much. Yeah, it doesn't have a big impact on performance, but there's really no need to have it on, because yeah, who cares how the character falls when you kill them. Well, moving on, colorblind assist. It's precisely as it sounds. It switches out colors that colorblind people can't see. So, but it can be good for people that can see green and red. You will see some colors easier with colorblind on. Yeah, so it can improve your game, I guess. Moving on, advanced settings. Texture quality. It's not a big impact on performance, at least if you got enough video memory, and if you got 1 gig or more, you should be just fine. Just crank it up. Moving on, texture filtering. This feature makes the game look prettier, and it doesn't really have any impact on performance, so just run it on high. Anti-aliasing, on the other hand, it's the most demanding feature in most games. So just turn it down or turn it off if you can, if you're experiencing lag, I guess. So yeah, and there's really no need to run it any higher than 4x. You won't notice a difference, or at least not a big one, and it's definitely not worth the performance drop. You also have FXAA, and it's another type of anti-aliasing. It won't look as good as MSAA or TXAA, but it doesn't really have a performance impact either. So, but if you got a computer that can handle MSAA, you should run that. Moving on, ambient occlusion makes the game look better, but also have a impact on performance, so turn it off if you want more frames. Depth of field. This feature, it's a bug with it in Black Ops 2, so if you run it on high, you will get frame drops when you zoom in, so just keep it on low for now. I'm sure they will fix it in the future, but for now just run it on low. Sync every frame. I always have this off just because it creates a big mouse lag, so it just feels strange to aim with the mouse. What it does is that it locks the frames to the monitor's refresh rate. So if you, for example, have a 60 Hz monitor, it will lock to 60 frames, and at 120 Hz it will give you 120 frames if your computer can handle it, so to say. But if you drop below, let's say 60, you will get 30, and that will feel laggy, that drop. So yeah, just throw it away, don't use VSync. The only good thing about it is that it eliminates tearing, and if you don't know what tearing is, just Google it up. Yeah, and then we have max frames per second, which you can change from 30 up to unlimited. And there's something with the COD engine that makes the game run smoother with higher frames, like 120, even if you have a 60 Hz screen. So keep this on unlimited, I guess. Yeah. And raw FPS just shows the FPS in the top right hand corner. Yeah, that was it. I hope I made it a little bit clearer, and that you enjoyed the video. But yeah, that was that. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.